Hey friends, it's Jess and Jericho, and I'm super excited to talk about this super stinky superfood for cats. This superfood is high in protein and has moderate fat, perfect for cats. It also has a really great calcium to phosphorus ratio and matches a mouse, perfect for cats. It has an acidic pH, perfect for cats. Omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, perfect for cats. And naturally occurring probiotics and digestive enzymes, again, perfect for cats. It's completely perfect, except for the smell. And I'm talking about stinky green tripe. It's so stinky. So what is green tripe? Just in case you don't know, it is the stomach lining, the chambers of the stomach lining of ruminating animals. So that includes cow, sheep, deer, mainly the animals that chew the cud, meaning they regurgitate their food and then bring it back down and digest it again. You may have seen tripe at the grocery store and it's completely white. That means that it's been cleaned, bleached, and scalded, and that is not the same as green tripe. So green tripe that you buy from raw pet food suppliers will still contain the pre-digested plant material in the tripe. So that's why it stinks, but it's full of nutrients, and again, it is a superfood. So if you can stomach the smell, I highly recommend feeding it to your cat. Do cats even like green tripe? Well, I would say that the smell could be a good smell attractant if you're trying to get your cat to eat new food. Can also help with the transition, considering that it has the probiotics and enzymes. Jericho really likes it. He takes a big whiff of it and then he eats it. I don't know how. It is really stinky. You could try freeze-dried green tripe first, because I've noticed that it doesn't smell as much as the raw, like frozen ground green tripe. I have used it as a smell attractant with my mom's 4 cats, so they might smell their food and then they're like, nah, I don't know if I want to eat it. So then I'll take freeze-dried raw green tripe, let them smell it, and then sprinkle it over the food, and then they smell the tripe and then they start going to town on their food. So the nutritional benefits are really great. The moisture content is the same as a mouse, about 70%, which is great. Obviously, cats need high moisture food. A mouse provides about 50 to 60% protein on a dry matter basis, which means when you remove the moisture from the food, then you can actually compare foods properly, because dry food and wet food have very significant changes in moisture contents. So a mouse, 50 to 60% protein on a dry matter basis, whereas green tripe has about 55% protein on a dry matter basis. So it's right in the middle of what a mouse would provide, which is perfect. A mouse is between 18 and 20% fat on a dry matter basis. So typically that's why I say when you're looking at cat foods, it's good to have about half the amount of fat compared to protein, because that's exactly what a mouse provides. Now, green tripe is much higher in fat. It's about 30% fat on a dry matter basis, but that's fine because fat is a great source of energy, and you wouldn't only feed green tripe. This is just a small part of your cat's raw diet. The calcium to phosphorus ratio is really great. Guess Jericho doesn't want to talk about green tripe. It also provides B vitamins and arachidonic acid, and cats have a higher requirement for those nutrients. It's also a great source of manganese. I think that feeding green tripe is the best way to mimic the cat eating the stomach contents of prey, because if you think about it, they eat the entire prey, and mice, rats, birds, primarily their diet is vegetation, so they're going to eat their food, their plants, and then either digest it or pre-digest it, and some of that's still going to be in the stomach and in the intestines. And the cat eats the entire prey, so he's going to take in some of those pre-digested plant materials. Now, the key here is that it's pre-digested. The cat isn't eating raw veggies, it's eating the stomach contents and the intestines of the pre-digested plant material. And the green tripe is technically the same thing. It's the lining of the stomach chambers that would contain some of that pre-digested plant material that the cow or the sheep or the goat, etc. would eat. So how to feed? You might be thinking, well, if green tripe is so beautiful and so perfect, minus the smell, can I feed only that to my cat? And I would say no. Variety is key. Cats in the wild eat 5 to 7 different proteins, so they don't just stick to one thing. And additionally, like I said, it's basically to mimic the stomach contents of the prey, which is just a small amount. So when you're feeding green tripe as part of your raw cat food diet, it fits under the muscular tissue, muscular organ category. So the muscle meat, the bulk of the diet, that muscle meat category. But you don't want to do that entire 83 to 85% muscle meat, just green tripe. So I would say, stick to a smaller percent of that within the muscular organ category, along with heart and lung and tongue, those kind of muscular organs. Jericho eats around 1 ounce per week, and that's split between the days. And so this is about 4% of his diet. But I'm probably going to increase this as I adjust his diet. I'm adding new ingredients all the time. But green tripe has been part of his diet for a really long time. If you're feeding green tripe as treats, like freeze-dried raw green tripe, I would say stick to around 20%, and that just is across the board with all treats. So up to 20%, that's the max that you want to feed of like what you're feeding each day from treats. And you want to make sure that you're including that amount in your cat's total daily intake of food, because you don't want to overfeed your cat, because even if it's healthy, feeding too much food can lead to weight gain. So where to buy raw green tripe? The places that I'm familiar with is Here Today, although I've never purchased green tripe from them before because they sell out really quickly. But Jericho did eat, before he was eating more of a whole foods diet, he was eating their ground beef, bones, and organs, which also includes tripe in that mix. So he has had that, but not their product that's only green tripe. The place that I currently buy from is Raw Feeding Miami. Now, Here Today is on Susan Thixton's 2023 list, human grade quality. Raw Feeding Miami is not. But a note about green tripe, technically green tripe with all of the plant material in it would never be considered human grade quality, because the tripe at the grocery store is completely cleaned out, it's bleached, it's scalded, washed, and all of that. So none of the nutritional benefits basically that cats need are in the tripe that you find at the grocery store. So whether it's human grade or not, like it's the green tripe that we feed to our cats will never be of human grade quality, because humans don't consume green tripe, they consume white tripe. I have also tried Feline Naturals freeze-dried raw green tripe. Used to give it to Jericho, also tested it with my mom's cats. They really liked it. That's the one that I used as the smell attractant. I will note though that Feline Naturals food is not on Susan Thixton's list either. Just putting it out there, and I did say moving forward, I only want to talk about brands that are actually proven human grade quality. But those are the brands that I'm familiar with, and I get the frozen raw green tripe from Raw Feeding Miami. I don't really do the freeze-dried raw treats anymore. And as always, I'll put links in the description for products where you can buy, and my Raw Food for Beginners playlist and ebook. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, if you're not feeding your cat raw yet, how much money I spend on Jericho's raw diet every month. Actually, I did the math to do every week and then broke it down by day. So I buy Jericho's food from 3 different main places. That's the bulk of his food. So from Here Today, I buy turkey thighs. Those are boneless. Gizzards, hearts, liver, all from turkey. Boneless ground beef, ground salmon, and chicken necks. And sometimes I get his food completely for free, depending on how many rewards points I have. This is why I really like Here Today, because they have proved that their ingredients are of human grade quality, made it on Susan Thixton's 2023 list. They also have an excellent rewards program. This video is not sponsored, but I've always include my referral link in the description. So when you use that referral link, I get discount points. If you create an account, you also earn discount points, and you earn discount points on your orders. You can write reviews, you can share a link to your friends and family like I do with you, and these discount points really come in handy. So I always at least get free shipping, which is nice because most places don't let you use your referral link, your referral points or discount points on shipping, but Here Today does. So my last order, I saved $34 and spent $73.47 total, and that's for about 8 weeks worth of food. That also includes 2 packs of treats in that order. So that breaks down to $9.18 per week, or $1.31 per day, just from Here Today. And that's really like the biggest base of his diet. I also buy from Raw Feeding Miami. So I buy frozen ground raw green tripe, beef spleen because Hair Today doesn't sell beef spleen. And I also buy whole prey chicks and whole prey quail. I used to do adult quail and I just switched to the baby quail just so I don't have to cut it up, and he's already getting raw meaty bones through the chicken wings and chicken necks. Now, Raw Feeding Miami is not on Susan Thixton's 2023 list, but I still buy from them. Whatever, it is what it is. But I mean, whole prey would never be of human grade quality anyway, and neither would green tripe, so whatever, I'm not worried about it. Now, Hair Today does have whole prey, but they source from breeding facilities, and they are USDA inspected, but I just personally prefer Raw Feeding Miami because they source from local farms. Now, Raw Feeding Miami's rewards program is different, so they don't let you take out as many points as you have or as many rewards as you have. So when I share my referral link, you get 10% off your first order, and then I get $15 off of a discount for my order. So I can only use that one $15. Even though I have so many of them, I can't use multiple discounts on the same order. They also have it set up that where you have a certain amount of points equals a certain amount of dollars off. So you can't use as many points as you want and get everything completely for free. You have to use just one discount per order. So I'm always at least able to get free shipping, which is very, very helpful. So the total that I spent on my last order, the shipping was $18 and I had a flat rate off of $15. So basically almost got free shipping. The total that I spent was $65.96. And that is basically 5 weeks for whole prey. Green tripe, it might last longer if I increase the amount, but for now, if I'm sticking to 1 ounce per week, that's about 16 weeks. For the spleen, they only have a 2.5 pound pack. I wish they had smaller than that because I only feed a little bit more than 1 ounce per week. I don't know, maybe I'll have to eat some of it to help Jericho. But that is going to last 40 weeks otherwise. So for a whole prey, I'm spending about $9.60 per week, and I feed the whole prey twice a week. For tripe, I'm spending 28 cents per week. For the spleen, it's 24 cents per week. So the total per week for Raw Feeding Miami spend is $10.12 or $1.44 per day just for Raw Feeding Miami. The third place where I get Jericho's food is at my local farmer's market. So I buy eggs at the farmer's market and it's $7 per dozen. Jericho eats 2 egg yolks a week, which would be $1.16 per week. For the wings, the price varies by weight, but generally it's about $14.70 per pack. And that would last about 9 weeks, so $1.63 per week for the wings. Cat grass I buy once every 2 weeks, and that's $5, so that's $2.50 per week. So $5.29 per week or 76 cents per day from the farmer's market for that total. For supplements, I use kelp, which is $8.71 for an 8 ounce jar, but I mean, that'll last me forever because I only use a tiny, tiny bit. And so even if it lasts 200 days, probably will last more than that. It's only 4 cents a day or 28 cents per week. So the total spent per week is $24.87 or $3.55 per day, but that is with discounts, and also with Hair Today and Raw Feeding Miami, there's a shipping cost. So if there wasn't a shipping cost, then the discounts would take off more of that. But frankly, there's no such thing as free shipping unless, we pay for it or the company pays for it. So that's just the way it is. It would be cool to get everything from the farmer's market. I used to do that, but since I'm able to get rewards points and discounts through the others, I started to buy from them again. Now you could spend a whole lot less doing homemade cat food, especially if you're a beginner and you're not really sure which parts to use and how to formulate. You can just use a homemade cat food premix. I'll put a video in the description below of me comparing homemade cat food premixes to Friskies canned food. You'll be surprised that it's actually a lot cheaper than you think, especially compared to a really, really cheap, low quality wet cat food. But I really appreciate you being here. Give us a review and that'll help spread the word to more people that want to feed their cats better. Thanks again for watching.